Do you need some inspiration for your next influencer marketing campaign? Influencer marketing has been proved to be a super effective strategy in digital marketing. And that's why most relevant brands around the world are counting on influencers to make successful campaigns. In this video, we'll take a look at 8 examples of successful influencer marketing campaigns from big brands so you can get inspired and apply their strengths to your own company, whether it's a small or big business. Let's get started. American Express. One reason many brands look to influencer marketing is the opportunity to effectively communicate their message directly to their target audience through a more trustworthy medium. And this is precisely what American Express sought to accomplish with its My Travel Style campaign. When looking to target young business professionals, entrepreneurs, and avid travelers, who better to speak to them than one of their own? Using video content featuring famous athletes, bloggers, and celebrities, American Express created relatable content that was more engaging and effective. Just how successful was this influencer marketing strategy? It boosted acquisition rates by a whopping 400% on Facebook alone by partnering with influencers who represent their target audience, big spenders, frequent travelers, and entrepreneurs who are growing their businesses. Lyft. Lyft, the popular rideshare service in the United States, was the most mentioned brand of 2018, and it recorded 5.9 million engagements per year. How does it achieve such impressive goals? It works with a variety of influencers, from big-name celebrities to micro-influencers, to extend the reach of messaging to different audiences. Peyton Mabry posts influencer content for Lyft to a smaller, yet still significant set of followers. Micro-influencers tend to have more engaged audiences than those with a larger number of followers. FabFitFun. FabFitFun, a lifestyle subscription brand, leveraged celebrity cook Ayesha Curry as part of their influencer marketing on Facebook. Since the brand first tapped into the channel back in 2014, FabFitFun has worked with more than 10,000 influencers, including their customers, which turned out to be one of their most successful campaigns. Due to their influencer marketing success, FabFitFun is growing at a factor of 3 every year, an incredibly impressive number for any brand. BMW. BMW enlisted several top Instagram influencers to help showcase its #RoadToCoachella campaign at Coachella 2019. The influencers specified BMW automobiles as their means of transportation to the event. It's a luxury example of influencer marketing that came out so successful since the influencers were capturing their journey with BMW and sharing it in their own best way with their audience. One example of this is the influencer Laura Marano, who has more than 9.9 million followers on Instagram and whose video has over 1.6 million views and lots of comments about how nice the car was. HelloFresh. The recipe box delivery service, HelloFresh, regularly works with food and lifestyle influencers on sponsored content. For example, the #HelloFreshPics has over 150,000 posts on Instagram. Influencers use this hashtag to trigger user-generated content, or UGC, to encourage their audience to share their own images via social media. Its audience is 80% women, primarily between the ages of 30 and 50. With that in mind, HelloFresh's influencer marketing campaigns are designed to target busy moms and young professionals who care about health and nutrition. That's why they collaborate with lifestyle, cooking, and motherhood influencers. One of their campaigns, called Refresh with HelloFresh, launched in 2019, counted on 15 micro-influencers in the UK and Davina McCall as the celebrity face of the campaign. They had to take part in a 21-day campaign, trying out a broad selection of HelloFresh recipes. The influencers each posted content across their social media platforms throughout the 3-week campaign, with a range of appealing photos and cooking videos. The objective of this one-off campaign was to increase content creation and brand awareness in order to achieve growth in areas outside of their leading US market. That's why they specifically targeted the UK market. In the end, this campaign created 274% more impressions and 325% extra content. Dunkin'. As Dunkin' looks to rebrand itself after dropping the donuts from its name, it's partnering with influencers to help make this happen. Dunkin' partnered with influencer Charli D'Amelio, who has over 130 million followers on TikTok, to produce The Charli. This cold caramel brew got through to TikTok fans and resulted in a growth of Dunkin's target audience and sales through D'Amelio's social media platforms. It sold more than hundreds of thousands of Charli's drinks within the first 5 days of the campaign. By the second day, Dunkin's cold brew sales increased by 45%. There was also a 57% increase in Dunkin' app downloads the day the drink first launched. In the end, the success of this campaign propelled Dunkin' to launch the Charli and Dunkin' merch collection in March 2021. The Pepsi emoji product line at Walgreens stores. Pepsi aimed to increase its sales at Walgreens, so they created limited edition packaging and the Say It With Pepsi hashtag. They chose to target millennials, so decided social media engagement was the best promotion, even for in-store purchases. Pepsi used influential creators to develop original organic style content about the 200 Pepsi emojis, who then distributed the content to their millennial age followers. Pepsi then analyzed the performance of all of the content that these primary influencers had created and shared. They selected the best performing content and arranged for 40 secondary influencers to share this high performing content with their audiences. Again, they were targeted at millennials. Häagen-Dazs BOGO promotions at Duane Reade and Walgreens stores. This campaign aimed to remind New Yorkers that ice cream is an essential part of summer. It promoted the Häagen-Dazs BOGO, buy one get one, promotions and sampling events at Duane Reade and Walgreens New York stores. Häagen-Dazs partnered with New York City local influencers who targeted the millennial lifestyle. The influencers created content around the theme Häagen-Dazs Open Container or hashtag HD Open Container, which was a play on words connected with current events in New York at the time. It positioned Häagen-Dazs as the indulgent yet mature treat to enjoy with friends. The campaign included covering rooftop parties and live social updates from sampling parties. The content was given a highly New York-centric feel. They then widened their influencer campaign to cover Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. These successful brands have shown us that taking the time to choose the right influencers, learning how to break through the noise, leveraging various types of content, and using a variety of influencers can be the determining factor in making a big impact online. If you want to become an expert on influencer marketing and have successful campaigns, subscribe to our YouTube channel and dive deeper with this video. Thanks for watching.